Move on to sport now, and this weekend sees some swimming pools reopen for public use after being closed during lockdown. And Lewis Coombs joins us from Fleet this evening with Hart Swimming Club, and there's not a drop of water in sight.
Indeed, Sally, yes, and that's been the case for all swimming clubs, hasn't it, since March and that lockdown, being locked out of their pools and having to put on training sessions like you can see behind me now, firmly on dry ground. This is Hart Swimming Club, like you say. Let's bring in the chairman, Spencer Farmer, to find out a bit more about this. What impact has lockdown had on your club, Spencer?
Well, first of all, we've had to look at the financial situation of the club, the aim being to secure its future in returning from lockdown and also into the future. And then we've had to think about the impact of the swimmers, maintaining their fitness levels, keeping them in contact with their friends in the swimming club, and most importantly, keeping them engaged with both the club and the sport as a whole.
I know you can see behind me, you've been engaging them in creative ways, haven't you? Tell me about the practice at home.
Well, it's been a lot of video meetings. We've had weekly meetings with each of the squads and the coaches. We've engaged in some fun activities and events. For example, we had our masters create a video of interesting ways to swim when they didn't have water, and we've had a number of webinar Q&As with former and current GB Olympic swimmers, which is great fun.
Fantastic. Let's speak to a couple of the swimmers. Catherine Kenner here is backstroke specialist. How does this compare to being in the pool, Catherine?
It's really different, as like you feel so free in the water compared to this where you've got solid ground to stand on, and yeah, the water is just so much better. Fantastic,
thank you. And Max is doing his squats there. Max, you're used to doing distances, so how much are you looking forward to getting back in the pool soon?
I'm so excited because I want to get back into a schedule and back to what I do best, you know, so I'm excited.
Fantastic. Well, it's not just the elite athletes like this that can get back in the pool from this weekend. Swim England have said that many public pools will reopen, although the timings on that for each pool will be different, so worth checking. There are some guidelines, though, that have been issued that is worth considering. Swimmers have been told that they should arrive already wearing their costume under clothing and shower directly before leaving home. Pools, they should consider double-width lanes to allow for social distancing. And in the case of swimming lessons, teachers should deliver sessions from poolside. And then, of course, the changing rooms, they should operate a one-way system wherever possible. So very much a case of they'll keep doing what they can and hopefully be in the pool soon here. Let's have another look at some of the other sports news from last night. We'll start with football, where Reading suffered a disappointing end to the championship season with a 4-1 defeat at home to Swansea City. They weren't helped by a first-half red card for Yaku Mete that didn't help their cause. Despite that, though, George Puskás levelled with a penalty just before half-time. But from then on, it was pretty much all Swansea City who ran out comfortable winners in the end. It's going to be a summer of change for the Royals, with manager Mark Bowen revealing after the game that all loan players are unlikely to return to the club next season. In some golf news this evening, the Rose Ladies Series continued today at Bearwood Lakes in Berkshire. That included Dorset pair Georgia Hall and Hayley Davis, who took part alongside the New Forest's Liz Young. It's the 6th round of the series that's been backed by Justin Rose and plays at his home course at Northants Golf Club next month. So, Sally, as you can see, no water involved, no breaststroke, no backstroke, but plenty of blood, sweat and tears. They're being put through their paces by the drill sergeant coach. Thankfully, I haven't quite got involved yet, and hopefully that will stay the same way. Back to you.
No, get involved, get involved. We like it when the sports presenter gets involved. Yes, there we are. Lewis, thanks very much for that. Well, things